welcome to the hit podcast, H.I.T, Human Resources, Insurance, and Technology. I'm your host, Toby Kennedy. As we do every week, we are dropping into your feed with bite-sized, digestible, what I hope are really relevant, poignant, awesome conversations going on in the space for human resources. This week's episode will be no exception. If you're audio only and you wonder why we sound weird, we are live at the floor at the big CAHR conference, pulling together sights and sounds and some of the best conversations. This week's episode is brought to you by Montage Insurance Solutions. And without any further ado, we open up with Diana. Diana, you just got off the main stage.
Yep. And
gave a talk that I literally had people running to me going, there's so much wow here, we have to capture this and talk about this. What did you wow people with? What did you talk about? Who are you? What's going on?
The talk was just about how to use AI to empower and not replace human beings. Important topic right now. I am Diana Tsai, CEO, co-founder of Upwage. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just wrote a book called AI for Good, and it's specifically for how to use AI for good in hiring. What I talked about, honestly, is just a couple things that I love. The 3 waves of transformation coming in AI from now till 2030. I also talked a lot about the role of AI in partnership with human beings and what leadership can do to nurture that partnership. And overall, honestly, the conversation is just about hope. Because we wrote the book AI for Good because last year we had about 1,000 conversations with TA leaders. We also built about 7,000 AI agents, so we were watching what was happening in the hiring space. And what we learned is just that people are scared. And I don't love fear. So the idea was, let's build a book, write a book, and talk about what hope looks like. Because the reality, I think everyone knows this now, is like Pandora's box is out. So there is no putting AI back in the box. So the only thing we can do is adapt. And the only thing that we can do is build the future that we want to live in. And so that's what I talk about.
What are some of the key nuggets? Let's get specific.
I would say the key nuggets are really the fact that the current world that we live in is one where a lot of humanity has been stripped out of the recruiting process, not because people don't care, but because there's simply too many applicants to be able to deliver that human touch to everyone. And so what AI can offer is unbiased conversations, intelligent questions, 24/7 service, all of these elements that when paired with the recruiting teams and hiring managers can deliver a whole different level of accessibility to the candidate experience. I think what the crowd's most excited about today, when I came there, we got mobbed with the book, so we ran out of all the books.
That's awesome, God bless.
But they're most excited about the concept that we're building out now of the universal AI interviewer, which is an AI safety net for the US workforce. So the big thought there is that currently, about 20 million Americans are laid off on an annual basis. Most job seekers spend around 6 months right now looking for jobs. That is 10 million years spent job searching every year.
Wow.
What we are building is AI that cuts that time down dramatically, because there's no world in which workers should be spending 10 million years of their lives job searching.
That's just the US,
year.
obviously.
That's just the US. So our agents that we built out, interviewing agents, analyst agents, builder agents, and now this universal AI interviewer, are essentially the AI that combats the disruptive impact of AI. And I think the bigger point some folks were gravitating towards was AI is going to create millions of jobs and destroy millions of jobs. The numbers range. World Economic Forum says something like create 97 million, destroy 83 million, whatever the numbers are, somewhere around there.
It's like tech and farming. Like if you'd have got a hold of someone in 1850 and told them only 2% of farmers or people are farmers, where they go, oh my God, is everyone unemployed? You go, no, because we moved and we shifted, so it disrupted, but it also created.
So it's a redistribution crisis. It's not a shortage crisis. So everything is about, like, AI is undeniably disruptive to the job market, but you can also create AI agents that combat the disruptive impact of what AI is doing itself.
Can I ask like a basic question? Like, what do you mean by AI agent? A human being that uses AI, or like an AI thing that's standing in for a human being?
Yeah, AI agents, so it's fancy words for basically saying an AI that does a job. And so it could be as simple as an AI that does an intern level task, all the way to AIs that are doing executive level tasks. What I talk about a little bit in my talk is that when you have networks of AI agents, so a simple AI agent would be an interviewing agent that's able to do advanced behavioral interviews for a particular role, custom. And so when you have enough of these agents, what you can create is network effects. So it's like having a set of bees, and then when you have a lot of bees, you can create a queen bee. So these are what multi-agent systems are called, and so essentially what happens is you can like build a manager level AI.
So you guys work for Beyonce?
Yes.
The queen bee.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I should just explain it for people.
We should have started
so
that
then
way.
you can have
Yes.
Beyonce.
That's right. That's
so you have
right.
all
Good.
these bees, and then you've got Beyonce.
That's good.
So
Good.
Beyonce in our world is called the AI level manager, or we can call her the universal interviewer. That's Beyonce. But yeah.
And the idea is you've got these AI agents that can interview lots and lots and lots and lots of people, because that's AI's thing. I can take in big data and I could do something with it. But at the same time, it's almost like this interview aggregator that knows about lots and lots and lots and lots of different jobs.
Yes.
And so you come, instead of looking for a job, you come to the aggregator that learns who you are while knowing where the jobs are and helps place.
100%. Network effects. That's the real world. I mean, that's exactly where we're going. So yeah, that is the future of job search. We think there's no reason, the same way that search today is evolving into conversational AI, there is no job search in the future. Like, there's no reason why applicants need to spend all this time searching for jobs and then applying to thousands. They're just going to go to one interviewer, talk to the interviewer, and I'm going to be like, hey, tell me about your skills, your dreams, your passions. Here's 100,000 jobs that we're connected to. These are all the jobs you can be interviewing for, and then bam, you're done.
It's like an omniscient job broker sort of a thing.
Exactly. And it's built on the network of AI agents that we're excited to be building out with a lot of companies right now.
I am fascinated by these talks. I'm so grateful for people like you that are on the cutting edge. They're literally writing the book about this stuff and giving me a couple minutes of your time to give to the audience. Diana, thank you so much for stopping by.
Appreciate you.